Welcome, everyone. I want to thank you again for joining me for another Practicing Presence. In my prayer time with my friend yesterday, I had just the sweetest vision from the Lord that I want to share with you guys, especially because it's kind of related to Valentine's Day. So I think it will be a blessing and an encouragement to you. But before I share the vision, I'm going to give a little bit of backstory because otherwise it won't make any sense to you. So, shortly after I was saved, I wanted to increase my vocabulary, if you will, my language for worship, and as a mechanism just to keep my heart focused on who He is and kind of in a worshipful place. So, I went and bought a notebook, and at the top of each page, I wrote one of the letters of the alphabet. So I had a page for A and one for B, and one, you get it, one for C, one for D. And I kept the notebook handy, and I would just write on the pages attributes of the Lord or things that I thought about, words that I thought about when I thought about the Lord that began with that letter. So, He's all consuming, He's almighty. He's amazing. He's beautiful. He's benevolent. He's the creator. He's a comforter, a counselor, the deliverer. He's everlasting. He's eternal. So just all these words. And I just built that notebook, that vocabulary over time. And then something that I began doing, and I still do it today, it's just a habit now. Like whenever I'm parked behind another vehicle, I will notice their license plate and I will look at the letters on their license plate and I will just start putting together phrases from that vocabulary about the Lord. And it just keeps me centered on Him. It keeps my mind towards Him all the time. So, with that backstory, yesterday in our prayer time, I had this vision of the Lord handing me a heart-shaped box of candy. And I was just like, oh, how sweet. I'm your little Valentine. And I took the lid off, and it was all of those, those little heart-shaped candies that have words stamped on them. And I instinctively knew that the words on those heart-shaped candies were the words out of my worship journal, my worship language notebook. And it just instantly put my heart in a place of such amazing worship, but also this awareness that He'd taken note. Like, we know that, right? He knows our thoughts. He knows that I have those. But that He would stamp each of these pieces of candy with a word, and that He'd taken note of all of them. It was incredible to me. But then all of a sudden He said, I am your identity. And I remember the first time He said that to me years ago, it just kind of stopped me in my track. I'm like, you're my identity? Because that identity wasn't in my notebook. So it kind of stopped me in my track. And I've walked that journey with Him for years now of understanding fully what He means by that. But basically what He was saying to me is, when I am in and through you, these are my attributes, therefore they're your attributes. He gets to live His life in and through me, and as that vessel, then I become those attributes as well. One of the reasons that was such an encouragement to me yesterday is, for the past several days, I've personally had these internal agitations going on. And so I didn't feel those attributes by any stretch of the imagination. I just had these agitations in my place where I go when I feel unpleasant emotions is, oh my goodness, my soul is just rearing its ugly head. I need to tuck my human in. Sometimes is how it feels. But it just feels like it's coming out of my soulish humanity, fleshly place. And I just felt like He was asking me the question, have you considered that those were my agitations you were feeling? Like the things that you're agitated with are because I'm agitated with those things. And I know this, but it was just a good reminder, regardless if I'm feeling good emotions or negative emotions, positive, negative, doesn't matter, to just come back to him and ask, okay, is this you or is this me? Like really getting the perspective. Are you revealing how you're feeling about something? Because my place is just to assume that those are all my feelings and all my emotions. But with him living in and through me, sometimes they are my soul and sometimes it's him. So going back to that place of keeping him central, asking him, is this me or is this you? And if it's you, what are you wanting to say to me about it? What are you wanting to show me about it? And so it was a sweet moment. And then, then I saw myself putting the box of candy on a counter, and he's like, yeah, I know you really don't like those candies, so I got you this too. And he hands me a coconut cream pie. Because he knows I love coconut cream pie. So just that place where he knows us so well. And obviously he wants to speak to us about the soulish issue, but he's just got such an effervescent, fun personality. He obviously cares about my taste buds too. So I hope that this in some small way encourages you and blesses you as we go into Valentine's Day, that you just feel his sweet love for you. And if you've been blessed by this vision or this video, let me know by just hitting that thumbs up. So I'm getting some feedback that you're being blessed by this. I want to just continue to invite you to the Practicing Presence videos that will be coming out. Also the Fireside Chats. They're meaty conversations, and my earnest hope is that through those dialogues and the things that are discussed there, that perspectives will be shared that will increase curiosity and kind of just a hunger and thirst to connect with the Lord more and to dig in more to some of his perspectives, and to really, really be a pursuer of truth, being led by the Holy Spirit. He'll guide us into all of those things. So if you click on the little down arrow to the right of the title of this video, a description box will pop up. In that description box, you'll find a link to my website. There's a lot of resources, guys, on that website for you. Loads of things that can just support your journey of faith with the Lord and your pursuit into truth. So I just encourage you to check out the resources there. If you are blessed by any of these resources, by what the Lord is doing on this channel through the chats and the Practicing Presence and Eden Quest, that playlist is out there, and the other things that are on the website, and you want to contribute or support to what the Lord is doing here, information on how to do that will be in the description box below as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day and just can bask in the love he has for you. And I look forward to seeing you pull up a chair to one of the Fireside Chats or all of the Fireside Chats, or just joining me on another Practicing Presence as I share other visions and words that the Lord has for us. I'll see you next time.